Hello, well, welcome back. Now, we are led to believe the right job, money and marriage and children are key ingredients to happiness.
What if we're wrong, though? And being happy is far more simple than that. Well, Professor Paul Dolan, a.k.a. Professor Happy, says the secret is to stop trying to be perfect. And he joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
So, is it that simple?
Yeah, I think we can we can make things quite complicated, can't we?
Yeah.
And we're often chasing things that we think will make us happy when we get there. Either we achieve those things and we realise that they don't actually make us feel good, or we're made sad by not having achieved them. So it's a kind of lose-lose almost, chasing the money, chasing the job, chasing the things that we're expected to chase.
Is that why the subtitle of the book is Escaping the Myth of the Perfect Life? Do you think
it's a good subtitle, isn't it? I think many people do. I think we're told from a very early age about what's expected of us, and we have these kinds of stories that we are led to believe will make us happy, and sometimes they will make some of us happy. Look, I mean, it's my main point really is that we should just let people get on and do what they like, and live lives that are fit for them. Because we're very quick to judge people that don't live the lives that we think they ought to. They ought to get rich. They ought to get married. They ought to have children. And the evidence suggests that these are weakly associated with how we feel. In fact, some of the most happy and healthiest people are women that have never married and never had kids.
Talk to me. There's so much in the book that talk to us about money, because you do a sort of big look into, and there is research which you refer to it anyway about whether money makes you happy.
Yeah,
and pretty much not necessarily.
Well, poverty makes you miserable.
So poverty makes
you miserable, and it's really important that that's made clear, right? So if you're paying attention, this is really what really counts. If you're paying attention to money, in a bad way, paying the bills, trying to feed your kids, that's going to make you miserable. So we should alleviate people being poor. But once you get to average levels of income, more money doesn't make you happier. Because actually you probably start paying attention to money in a different way. Have I got the right stocks and shares? Should I buy a new house? All these things that actually draw attention to themselves in ways that might not make you happy either. So there's a kind of sweet spot.
What about social mobility?
What about it?
How important is it?
Well,
is that sort of crucially underlying things, or I get the feeling you're going to take us away from that?
Well, so yeah, it's a bit of a myth in the sense that we think it's good to get people out of bad circumstances, and oftentimes it is, but the aspiration of success and status leads people into jobs that often don't make them feel happy anyway, leads us to judge people